Hello guys and welcome back to a new video. Today I have with me finally the brand new Dacia Spring facelift 2023. This is the extreme version. The extreme version comes with 65 horsepower. Also, because it's winter outside, around 2-3 degrees, even if it's sunny, it's really cold. The car comes with winter tires, 14-inch wheels, and in this video I want to give you my feedback. We will test drive the car, I will drive the car, and I will give you all the information on how it's on the road. It's super windy, I hope you hear me, but we will talk inside. It comes with drum brakes on the rear and ventilated brake discs on the front, but more about that we will talk in the review video. Here is the key. This is the simple key. You can lock and unlock the car from the buttons. You have to press the button, so it doesn't have the keyless entrance, but more about that in a full review video. At the entrance here on this extreme version we have those super nice vegan friendly leather. So this is not proper leather, it's an artificial synthetic leather, and I like that very much. And the seats are quite nice, normal pedals. And let me go inside because it's also super cold. Even if it's sunny, it's crazy cold outside, and probably you can't hear me very well because of the wind. This is probably one of the unique electric cars that you have to start it like the old thermal engine car. So what you have to do is just put the key here, press the brake, and just rotate it. Once you rotate it, you can see that on the screen will be the Dacia logo, and right here, and then it says like it's ready to drive. Actually it doesn't say ready, but you know it's ready when you see this digital screen appear, and also on the left and right side. By the way, when you stop the car, because it doesn't have a park button like other cars, you have to put it in neutral, and then you just have to pull the handbrake. It comes also with a manual handbrake. Right now you are in neutral, because if you leave it down it can roll even if you are in neutral, because it doesn't have a proper park. You always have to put it in N and then just pull the handbrake, and then from here you change different driving mode: driving, reverse, and neutral. It's very simple. More about that we will talk later. Here in the front you have the cruise control. You can activate it from here just like that. I will show you because we will go out on the highway a little bit. Outside are 6 degrees. You can see right there we have 80% battery, and from here you have a button, and from here you can see down here we will reset also the consumption, and we will see what kind of consumption we will have in the end. You can see all the time when you reset it, it will show you 13 kilowatt hour right there on the screen. And we have battery like 80%. It says that you can still drive 169 kilometers with the car. We will see how much we can drive, and from here you can also set the speed for the cruise control. It doesn't come with adaptive cruise control, all lane assist or autopilot or stuff like that. Probably next version, but this one have just the normal classic cruise control. That's something to keep in mind. Other than that, it comes with manual climatic system, but I like very much this multimedia system. You have also on USB 2 right here. You have a 12-volt port. If you go to navigation, I used before the map, and the map it's really good. I like it very much, the way it shows you the things right here. It's really cool. I will set it just for fun like that to see how it looks, but I'm not going to use it. But it's very nice. So I pick up the car and I drive until here, and I didn't know the road exactly, so the navigation was pretty good, and the visibility is quite good also on the digital screen, or actually it's kind of analogical, half analogical, half digital. And then visibility outside is great, but we will talk about that as we drive. I want to give you some technical data about the car and then we start driving. So it comes with one electric motor that drives the front wheel of the car, 65 horsepower, 113 Newton meters. The top speed 125 km per hour, 0 to 100 in 13.7 seconds. The estimated consumption 14.5 kilowatt hour, we will see that. And the estimated range of the car is 220 km VLTP. Other than that, the battery capacity 26.8 kilowatt hour. It's a lithium battery, and the ground clearance of the car 15.1 centimeters. The turning circle 9.5 meters. It comes with ventilated brake discs on the front and drum brakes on the rear, as I showed you before. The price of the car 22 450 euro. Depending which country you are, the price might be different. Now this is optional, by the way, and also this here, it's optional, so it doesn't come standard with the car. But anyway, let's drive it. About that we will talk in the review video. Just leave down the handbrake, put it in drive just like that, rotate it once, and right now the car is in drive. Once you wait, I think I have to start it one more time. Right now it's on because I start the engine. It says okay there now, and it says okay, it's okay. Let me reset one more time the consumption to be sure about that. Because I start the car when I was in drive, that's why it probably didn't work. And now you just drive it, and you will see while you start driving you can hear a sound, kind of an electric sound that the car made. It's not from the electric motor, it's made special so that the people around you can hear you better. Also, when you start driving, the car will lock the doors automatically for safety. This is also a very cool feature. In general, it's quite a silent car. I like very much the turning circle. You can see we go here, the turning circle, and the fact that the car, it's crazy small, allow you to turn in small spaces without any problem, allow you to go and turn around in small spaces, and this is something that I like very, very much. So 9.5 meters is the turning circle of the car. Now if you go in reverse, it comes also with a reverse camera, and the resolution of the reverse camera, it's extremely good. I saw that also before, and also you have those lines that shows you exactly how to park, and it has also free parking sensors on the rear, very useful. But yeah, let's driving. Even though I feel like the steering wheel, it's quite soft, you still have to turn it a little bit in order to turn the car. So you see, it's soft, but you still have to turn it more than in other, let's say, more premium cars where you have much more assisted steering wheel. Here you have to turn it, but it's very soft, and I like that. I like that it's soft, it's easy to turn, so you don't have that heavy feeling on it. So this is something that I want to point out. I really want to tell you that in the video. Other than that, the position on the seats, on those I should say synthetic leather seats, it's very good and it's very comfortable here. I sit on them before as well. Also the steering wheel, even though it's not leather, it's kind of a rubber, a little bit harder rubber. The grip is good, the view is good right here, even on the multimedia, but also on the cockpit. I like it. I like the way it looks. I like how easy it is to touch different stalks and different buttons. Even the window buttons, they move it here, the same as the new Volvo EX30. And I see much more car manufacturers, they try to make things much more easier, and they don't have to put the cable in the doors and all that stuff. It's much more easier to be here, and it's also much more easier to adjust them from here, and I like it. Anyway, as I said, visibility outside, it's just perfect, really perfect. Big windows, also big mirror here, so you have great visibility on the rear there. So I have nothing to complain from this point of view. Here you can see it's also pretty nimble, the car, so you can go in very easy. And right now we are in eco mode. It has two driving modes, normal mode and eco mode, that you can activate it from here. So once you press this eco mode, you will see on the screen an eco with green. That means you are in eco mode, and we will drive in both modes. Right now no eco. The climatic system, it's also closed in this moment, even though outside they are like 6 degrees. Inside the car, because it's sunny and it comes on the windows, it's quite warm. I don't feel like I need to turn on the heating or climatic system. It's a nice pleasant temperature inside here, and I like that. The traction control, you can turn it on and off from down here, so you can see it also on the screen. We will leave it on. Here on the side you have locked the windows, you have the parking sensors. You can deactivate them from here, adjust the mirrors electrically from inside here. I like that. And yeah, it's pretty. For the city, I noticed that I was expect to be a little bit worse in terms of sound insulation, but you can see a truck behind me, a Mercedes in the front. I think it's a diesel, I'm not sure, and it's not so much noise from outside. And I drive it in the city today, and I go through the city. That was super, at least at city speeds, like up to 50 km/h. The sound insulation in the cabin is not bad. You can see now the noise from outside, and now when you close it, it's pretty good, and I like that. Now the car doesn't come with auto hold. You have to always press the brake when you stay at traffic sign or stops. That's also another information. You don't have more setting in terms of regenerative brake, so you don't have the option to make it harder or make it less harder. You just have one choice. You just drive like one pedal. When you press the acceleration, the car will recuperate the energy. But also I noticed, like, when you release the acceleration, it still have a little bit of recuperation. It is not like rolling, you know. So this is fine. I mean, it feels great. And also I didn't notice any, you can see when you release it right now, it's just recuperate just a little bit. So it's not just like it's rolling completely over the bumps. This was my big surprise today, because, you know, usually over the bumps I didn't expect that Dacia Spring to be that good over the bumps. And probably the reason is because I don't remember, I drive it before the pre-facelift, and I don't remember exactly how it was over the bumps. But now we have winter tires, and winter tires, as you know, it has a little bit more gummy, and that gummy mean better over the bumps, like better comfort. It helps you a little bit, you see, over those bumps. But I'm not sure if that help or not, but man, this is not bad over the bumps. It's pretty good for what it is. This car, it's just top. I really like it. So that was my surprise on this car. So I will tell you also all the feedback. You can see right now the car is recuperate, and if you see here on the left, it shows you some blue lines that show you how much recuperation the car use. And you can also anticipate the traffic a little bit. Now we are not in eco mode, and the car, it's pretty nimble, it's pretty rapid, it stays good on the curve, it's very agile. I like how agile it is. It's much more agile than my car, and it's at speed. You can see right now we have like 80 in this moment. At speed up to 80, up to 100, it's pretty powerful, I should say, and I like that. And you have also enough power if you want to pass by other cars. For example, here we go on the highway a little bit, so I can show you how it's handled. So we have 100 without any problem. We reach 100, and at 100 you start to hear over 100 a little bit of wind noise from outside. It's normal. It doesn't have the best aerodynamic on the class, and it's not made for highway, this car, but it's not bad. In terms of power, we have 110 right now. It's quite good. You can set up from here the cruise control, you can see from here, and then once you set it up, yeah, let me go in the front, just like that. Right now, once you set it up, the car will actually hold. This is the speed limiter. Wait, I think this is the speed limiter. Yeah, right now activated. And then from here, yeah, you can limit the speed from here. It's not like a, wait, how I set up the cruise control. Reset. Now if you go like that, yeah, this is the speed limiter, so it doesn't have the cruise control. I was thinking it comes with a cruise control, but it's not. So this is like the speed limiter down there. But anyway, on the highway here, if you want to accelerate a little bit harder, you can do that. But you can see at speeds, I can say the top speed of the car is 125 km/h. But at speed of 120, you start to hear a little bit of wind noise, and also a little bit of road noise. but you can drive without any problem. The car is limited to 125. It stays pretty good. I mean, it's impressive. I was expect to be worse on the highway, but I guess you can drive also on the highway without any problem. Yeah, it's quite good. It's for the first time when I take it on the highway, and I'm quite surprised with how good the car it is. And once we go at lower speed, like 100 for example right now, the cars start to be much more stable and the sound much better. Really good. Not bad. I'm impressed. I mean, this car, my recommendation is that this car to be driving, if you're driving most of the time in the city, like 80% of the time in the city, this car, it's just perfect. It's more than perfect. You can see you can pass by other cars without any problem. It has a little bit of punch, a little bit of power. It's perfect. Trust me, you don't need more than that. And you're much more powerful than other cars. Yeah, and this is my craziest surprise. The comfort over the bumps. It's really good for what it is, the car. The steering, it's still soft, you see. If you go left, right at high speed, it's crazy. It's not so stable, so the hand, don't expect to have crazy handlings or stuff like that. Here is not the big point. You can see it's a little bit like a boat, probably that's why it's so great over the bumps, but it's not made for highway and for stability, you know. But yeah, let's see here. Yeah, it's pretty good at 50 km/h. You can see 60 km/h. It stays pretty good on the road. But great job. Really, really nice. Now, if you release the acceleration, you see the car, it's regenerating the brake back to the battery, so you can anticipate the traffic, so you can get better consumption. If you press the brake, then you recuperate even more energy back to the battery. Nice. I like it, man. I almost forget. I tested when it was released first time, the first version, but now when I drive this one, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's better than I was expected. And we talk about driving feeling, but in a separate video, in a full review, we will talk also about material and interior and space. But now, when it comes to driving feeling, for the price of this car, for what it is, this car, it's really good. You will definitely like it. And what I like the most, and we will go a little bit later also on the highway to see, so we will go right here, you will see that the car, it's very agile. I mean, it's really, really agile, and it's in the city, it's crazy easy to drive it and to go in different places, and you feel like you have such a good control on it, and it stays pretty fine also here. You can see it's really agile and nice and easy to drive, and visibility on the windows, it's great. Even in this mirror, it's a huge mirror, so you have very good visibility. I like it. The comfort is not bad. You stay very well on those seats. The only thing that I notice is that on my left foot down there, if you want to rest your foot like that on the left side, you don't have a place where to rest it. Maybe in the next version they can add that, but you have to stay actually with your foot down or just straight a little bit. But in general, it's really good. Other than that, and if you want to try also an acceleration here, if you go out on the highway, so nobody behind, if you press the acceleration, it has pretty good punch. Don't expect to be something crazy, because 13.7 seconds 0 to 100 is not made for sportiness, but it's pretty good. I mean, you have a little bit of punch there. It's a front wheel drive system. So I'm really curious to try out from 0 to 100, or starting from 0, so to see if the front wheel will spin a little bit, because I expect on that. Usually most of the electric cars with front wheel drive, they will have a little bit of spinning when it comes to starting from scratch. The navigation and the visibility in the multimedia, it's great. Now we can go also in eco mode. It's very simple, you just press this button. Right now we are in eco mode, and the car will accelerate slowly. It will give you the power a little bit slower, and it will not be so aggressive, I should say, much more smoother. And when you accelerate, it gives you the power slowly, so you can get a better consumption. The estimated consumption 14.5 kilowatt hour. We will see that as well, what kind of consumption we can get, and we can also calculate the range, so we can see what kind of range we can get in the end. So you see right now in eco mode, if I try to accelerate, I have the pedal all the way down, and it doesn't want to give me more power right now. And if I go out from eco, check this out, I get more power right now. Wow, you really feel like you have more power in without eco mode. You feel like the car is super light. It's a little bit stark wind outside, and you feel a little bit the wind from outside. It's quite windy today. Yeah, let's go out here and we try also an acceleration. Right now the car is recuperating the energy back into the battery. I just released the pedal and then it's do the job, so you can kind of drive one pedal drive right here until you stop. So if you release it and give it a little bit more, and release it and give a little bit more, and if you press the acceleration, the brake, you can see. And also what I notice, it's if you press the brake, you don't feel the difference when it's recuperate or it's actually engaging the physical brakes, and this is good. This is also a good setup. See how silent and how easy. I like how easy it is to drive the car. It's so easy. Now here, because there's no car behind me, we can try an acceleration. And if you starting, you see a little bit of slip ring. That I told you guys. I mean, I told you, all the cars, all electric cars that have front wheel drive, if you press the acceleration from the scratch, they will slip a little bit in the beginning, but after it's going to pull really good. Just in the beginning a little bit. I also test drive the Fiat 500e, the same story. It's kind of in the same class, I should say, but much more expensive than this Spring. I think it's 5,000 or 6,000 more expensive than this Dacia Spring. Now I want to go in eco mode, and what we will do right now, we will go in the city a little bit, and we will drive a little bit in the city, and so to see what will be the consumption in the end. And keep in mind, the climatic system was closed because I don't feel like I need climatic system. It's this sunny weather and sun that warm up inside the cabin, and I don't need to use it. I don't need to use so this is it, the way we will test it right now. I want to go here. Now the car will recuperate a little bit the energy. Here we have to drive like 50, 70 actually. But it's impressive. There are a few things that really impress me about the car, like how it feels over the bumps with those winter tires. It's quite good. It's impressive for such a small car, and what it is, it's great. Probably also those seats help, but the seats are super nice. I like them. Position of driving, it's very good. Visibility outside, I should say 10 from 10 visibility. Also suspension, for what it is, 10 from 10. The way you see on the multimedia also, it's perfect. I have a great view here in the multimedia. I like that as well. Other than that, what else? Yeah, the steering, it's light, it's easy to drive. I like that as well. Yeah, I don't know. The sound insulation, I can't say it is the best, but it's pretty good. Yeah, let's go here left. Brakes are good. Yeah, for what this car it is, I definitely have to say, if you wanna go on electric cars, or I think this is the perfect second car. If you have another car, bigger car that's with thermal engines, and you need an electric city car, or you need a city economical car, this might be the perfect for you. I tell you, this might be the perfect car for you. I don't know, I'm just saying, let's go in the city a little bit with a little bit of traffic, and simulate a little bit of traffic, so to see what kind of consumption we can get. You saw we go on the highway. It's kind of the perfect test, because we have everything. We have highway, we have city, and then we have also quite cold condition for the battery. 6 degrees outside. It's pretty not the perfect condition. For a battery to be perfect condition, have to be between 15 and probably 25 degrees. Around there is the perfect conditions. But now it's a little bit cold, so the performance of the battery should be a little bit worse. And we have consumption until now 16.1 kilowatt hour consumption. It's not bad. 16.1, it's pretty good. It's kind of the same as Tesla have. And we drive on the highway. We don't have that aerodynamic as Tesla have. In the city, the consumption should go much lower. Usually it goes much lower, because here it's where the electric cars perform the best. If you don't use the climatic system in the city, you can get incredible consumptions. Let's see here over the bumps. Oh no. Yeah. Really good. Over the bumps is doing fabulous. Check this out. It's not a Mercedes, of course, but it's really good. We are still in eco mode right now. I will do a separate video with the consumption test. There we will drive only in eco mode, and I will try to get my best consumption. And also I will do a video with range test, so we will test the range. We will see how many kilometers we can drive with the car with this battery, what will be kind of the real range. I try my best to do that, because you need a lot of time in order to do the range test, but I'm still trying to do it. Yeah, you see, now we have 15.7 kilowatt hour. The consumption is going down in the city when we have traffic. I was expecting about that. Man, I'm a big fan of this Dacia Spring. I really like it. I definitely, if I had a combustion engine car, a diesel car, an SUV, a big or something like that, man, that would be so good for a second car to drive in the city. If you're living in a big city and you have plenty of traffic, this is so useful, and it's so cheap to maintain, it's cheap to run. It's so good. You have plenty of space. You have space, for example, to get your kids to the school and stuff like that. Also some storage space. Super nice car. I like it. I really like it, and the comfort is great on the seats. The only thing that's missing, probably an armrest here. Yeah, in the future I wish to see, for example, an electronic handbrake. That would be nice to see, and an armrest. Those things I wish to have here in the car. That would be much more relaxing, a little bit more premium feeling. But other than that, it's just fine. I don't know if I would change something. Of course, if you add bling blings and other quality here on the doors or on the roof, then the price will be bigger, and I don't want a big price. Nobody wants big prices, but I think they can add an armrest and still keep the price low, and probably an electronic handbrake for electric cars. That would be nice. I mean, and also an auto hold function that will be useful here. For example, you just press the brake and the car just to hold automatically, and that's it. I mean, other things can stay the same. It doesn't bother me at all. Even the multimedia and those stuff are super useful. You have also this optional where you can put your phone if you want to see all the stuff on your phone, and it's more than perfect, to be honest. And I'm not sure you can connect also your phone here. I'm not sure if you can see it's so small, so you can go in these small spaces without any problem. I'm not sure if you can connect your Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, but we will try it in another video. In the full review video I will show you there. Smartphone integration tutorial. So you have also a tutorial here. You can integrate Apple CarPlay, the support system, or Apple CarPlay and Android Auto depending on availability on your country. To know the list of the country, Apple CarPlay, please refer to website blah blah blah. Anyway, use a cable. So you have to use a cable, so I need a cable. I will definitely take the cable from here. Is the USB 2, and probably I will take the cable from up. I don't have a cable with me, but when I do the review I will definitely have to show you that. That would be incredible. I mean, that would be insane to be able to use your Apple CarPlay Android Auto with the car. Man, that would be complete. And the screen is quite big and quite nice. Anyway, love the car. Now we will turn around here. Actually, we will try to do that. We can do that, of course. Very simple, just like that. And that's it. Super nice, super nimble. I love how easy and how light the car it is in the city. You can drive it so easy. It's lovely. And right now release, and the car will recuperate, and press the brake. The brakes are pretty powerful. I mean, you feel when you press it, you feel like the car it stopped. But I like that you don't feel that transition between regeneration and physical brake. I mean, it's good. I wait for so long to redrive this Spring. I'm a big fan of it. I was thinking for a while, you know, before I brought my second Tesla Model Y, I was thinking about buying this Dacia Spring because it's perfect for me. I mean, but the problem is that I drive also a lot on the highway. I go in many countries and I drive 1,000 kilometers, and I need something for highway as well. And this Spring, you can see the brakes, ooh, they are good. And this Spring, most of the time, it's great for the city. If I will stay in a city stable, go to work and home and stuff like that, man, you don't need more than that. This is just perfect. Good price, good price when you have to make the maintenance. If something broke, you change it much more cheaper. Even if the battery or the motor are broke, and you go the first from the, look at this. I don't think it's other car with thermal engine that goes faster than me when you start from the traffic sign. It's top, love it. And now just release the acceleration and the car will regenerate. You can see the bluish there. and you press the the brake slowly, and it will recuperate more energy. And the consumption until now it's 15.4 kilowatt hour, and we still have 67% battery, 137 kilometers range left. And we drive, you saw the way we drive, highway, a little bit highway, a little bit city. Right now we still drive in the city. You can see the competition there, but it's smaller. It's not, I can't say it's a competition because it's much smaller than this one. I think the direct competitor for this car will be Fiat 500e and Abarth 500e maybe, but they are much more expensive, that's the point. But in this price range, maybe Renault Twingo, maybe Volkswagen e-up, I don't know if they still make that car. And we will charge the car also here. I will try to integrate the charging speed and the process in the range test video, so stay close to see that. And now if you want to park it, it's incredible simple to park. I mean, you just go like that, rotate that, and then just go back in reverse and park the car. The reverse camera, it's extremely good. You have also those active lines, and you have free parking sensors on the rear. So yeah, and then you just put it in neutral, pull the handbrakes, and that was the trip. And let's see the consumption, and then we will end up this video. So the consumption is 15.3 kilowatt hour. You saw there in the corner. This is the consumption with driving on the highway, 120 km/h, 100. The car is not made for those kind of speeds. I really love the car. I think it's really good. My rating for it from 1 to 10 will be, it's almost a 10, will be 9.9. This is my rating. I think in some countries with some incentives you can get this car for such a good price, and it's almost the perfect car for city driving. This is my opinion. Anyway, more information about the car, interior, exterior, material quality, space, multimedia, and all that stuff. Stay close, because I will have a separate video where you can see a full in-depth review, where you can see everything about this Dacia Spring Extreme facelift 2023. Other than that, I want to calculate and give you the information about the range if we consume. Let me calculate pretty quick here. So we have, like, let's see here, so 26.8 divided by 0.153, and then the result will be like 175 kilometers. This is the range if the consumption will be 153 kilowatt hour. But yeah, most of the people probably will drive in the city, and then in the city the consumption is better. But if you want to see what will be the consumption, stay close, because we will drive only in eco mode and we will test this out as well. But in general, for estimated range of 220 kilometers, if you get 175 kilometers real, it's pretty good. It's not that bad. So yeah, as expected, not bad. Anyway guys, that was the video. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you get some useful information from this video. If you want to see the full review, stay close, because you will see it there. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thank you very much to all of you that watching my videos. Thank you to all the members of the channel for all your views, and I'm really looking forward to hear your opinion and your comments down below about this car. Do you think it's the best electric city car on the market? What do you think about it? Write me down in the comment. Anyway, thank you for watching. Stay safe, and I see you soon in the next one. Bye guys.